Have you ever in your life been rejected or dumped or ghosted? Have you ever been sidelined or feeling maybe unwanted, put aside? It seems to be in the gospel today that salvation seems to begin with rejection. The stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone, and it's wonderful in our eyes, and of course, they're talking about Jesus Christ. You know, the hospital where I work, I've told you about Calvary. It's an end-of-life hospital, and the other day I was walking through the corridors, and I was talking to a man who was a patient there, and he said to me, I'm kind of afraid. I said, do you know what you're most afraid of? He said, yeah, being forgotten. I went on, and there was another woman whose son was in the bed, and he had been a Marine, and he had been very strong, and she was saying, this is so unfair. I am so angry at God. Why has God abandoned me? And I said to her, have you said that to God? Have you screamed at God? And then listen over a while for what he might say. I mean, Jesus certainly did, didn't he? In the garden, why have you abandoned me? Why do I have to do this? Why have you forgotten me? It's a really funny thing about scriptures and the following of Christ, isn't it? That when I am the most weak, the most rejected, that's when I'm the most strong. So maybe sometimes when we get into the gospel like we do today, and it doesn't really seem to make any sense, well, we look at the stones in our own life maybe, and what's sometimes the very things, you find that bind you the most or lock you up the most or feel like stones you're carrying around are the very same things that free us over time. It's a funny thing. Those gospels that invite us to somehow surrender because within that cornerstone becomes so strong and it gives balance to everything else in our life. Not that ever we want pain or suffering, but that sometimes through it, our love becomes so strong that what once felt like a stone now becomes a foundation for faith. So maybe in these days, we can pray for each other. In October now, we're watching the earth die so that it may rise again into whatever newness God is building within us.